Our daily life and the challenges that come with it can often feel overwhelming. Where to start? Will I get through? Then we also get bombarded by an abundance of strategies that claim to make our troubles disappear, which many times just seems to add to the overall complexity. So when I get this feeling that there is too much to deal with and I need clear meta strategy to deal with it, I often remind myself of a simple sentence, only 9 words long, that I found in Hermann Hesse's novel Siddhartha. In the novel, Siddhartha is leaving behind his life of a monk and seeking employment with Kawaswami, who is a wealthy merchant. Of course, he's doing all of this to impress a beautiful woman, because if a woman cannot get you to abandon your path towards enlightenment, then nothing will. And in most cases, it's probably a very good trade-off, if you ask me. Anyway, so Siddhartha goes to the wealthy merchant and is seeking for employment. When this happens, the merchant asks him, how can he, a monk who gave up all of his worldly possessions, what does he have to offer in exchange for employment? To which Siddhartha answered, everybody gives what they can. I am a monk, therefore I can think, I can wait, I can fast. This simple answer, although witty, might be perceived as simplistic. However, when I read that the first time, it really resonated with me. And I see it as an aphorism that can offer great insight into what it takes to increase our chances of living a good life and accomplishing our goals. And this aphorism is the topic of the video here. If you like this video, make sure to smack that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Smack it like it was a naughty, naughty boy. Okay, that being said, let's get into our topic. I can think, I can wait, I can fast. So here's my take on it, and I'll break it down into parts. First, I can think. Fundamentally, for me, it means developing clear thinking and sound principles for living. I see this as engaging in deep thought over the things that are really important for me and planning a way to achieve them. I think that clear thinking comes when you place the desire to know the truth above the desire to be right. The truth is often indifferent to the desires of your own ego. It's a hard lesson to learn, but I try to do it as often as I can. Everyone is entitled to his own opinion, but not to his own facts, told us Daniel Patrick Moynihan. And the prerequisite to clear thinking, in my opinion, is the ability to think for yourself. In other words, independent thinking. This ability has always been important, but probably never as important as it is in our day and age, when everyone and everything is competing for our attention, and probably not always with our best interest at heart. I think that Thoreau summed it up well when he said, think for yourself, or others will think for you without thinking of you. Clear thinking helps you uncover reality as it is, not how you think it should be. And seeing reality as it is then gives you the starting point for all of your future actions. The ability to bring the desired life into the real world requires clear thinking, proper planning, and deliberate action. I don't see any other way around it. And here are 3 simple ways that I apply this idea. First and foremost, writing things down. I cannot overstate this. You cannot hold on to all of the information in your head all the time. You have a limited hard drive. I basically write down my ideas or models that I find interesting, and I do this in order to look at them later, to test them, to refine them, or to enhance them. And I do this by capturing insights as they come up. I make sure I have a notebook next to my bed, in my office, in my car, and basically everywhere I can get away with it, I will make sure that I have one handy. Second idea is seeking arguments against your current belief or position. Charlie Munger said it best when he said, I never allow myself to hold an opinion on anything that I don't know the other side's argument better than they do. And the third idea is perspective taking. When something happens, I try to come up with several scenarios that fit what I saw. Reality is complex, and we often get stuck in our initial interpretation of it. So for example, someone cuts you off in traffic, right? Well, they're a jerk. Case closed. Or is it? If you think about it, you can come up with a lot of other options that work in this case, right? Maybe they were rushing to get to the hospital. Maybe they were rushing to get home because there was an emergency. Maybe something distracted their attention while in the car, so it was not their fault. There are multiple ways to look at one particular item, and I think that developing this idea of perspective taking often helps us become less critical. So I think that these three words, I can think, pack quite a punch in this case. So let's move on to the second part, which is I can wait. Fundamentally, this one is about patience, being able to plan long term, being able to play the long game, being patient with your results. It's also about learning to love the journey, not only the destination. I also see it as mindfulness or stillness, being present in the now. This ability to be with ourselves and knowing when to take a break and to recharge. Pascal famously said, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. So I apply this idea of I can wait by having a few minutes of mindfulness practice at the start of the day, and I do a lot of walking meditation almost every single day where I walk outside to clear my mind or to contemplate on only one particular topic. I can wait is also a form of delaying gratification, is the ability to not get distracted by other shiny objects and stay the course. For example, after filling your shopping cart with goods, save it, leave it there, and get back to it 1 to 2 days later and see if you still want those goods or if it was just an impulse buy. Basically trying to put a break between when the desire came to buy the things and when you actually decide to buy it. This thing often works wonders for your wallet. I also happen to think that all great things in life come from compound interest, being in your personal life. For example, your good eating habits, they tend to compound over long periods of time. If you have a close childhood friendship or a long-term happy relationship, these things do not happen overnight. They are the product of often many, many years or decades. In finances, Einstein is often considered to have said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. In business, it's often about having raving fans and recurrent customers due to a strong brand established again over a long period of time. And that leads us to our third part, I can fast. To me, this means being resilient or anti-fragile in the face of adversity. We all face adversity at one point or another in our lives, but learning how to deal with this is key. And if we can come out of it stronger, even better. And basically, I want to build resilience when things are good in my life, when everything is going great. So I aim for it little by little when I am not forced to do it. The same way in which a boxer doesn't start preparing for a fight when he is already in the ring in the middle of his championship fight. He starts months or often years before. In the same way, I want to train resilience before I actually need it. In financial terms, it can mean learning to live below your means as a way to build wealth and to protect yourself during economic downturns. A general rule here is to never let expenses rise faster than your income. Here are a few of the things that I do. For health, I aim to have at least a 24-hour fast once a month and intermittent fasting almost weekly. Fasting or other forms of caloric restrictions are really good for the body. To not get used to comfort, I sleep on the floor or on the couch from time to time. And no, I don't get sent there by my wife. I do it out of my own desire, and I will stick with this version of the truth. For money, I try to go several days without spending any money at all. My wife and I actually try to come up with creative solutions for date nights that don't actually involve spending any money at all. If you try some of these things and they don't do anything for you, I think that at the very least it might just make you appreciate more the things you already have and give new meanings to the things that you might take for granted. I think that there is a lot of wisdom packed in this simple phrase. I can think, I can wait, I can fast. And I will let Siddhartha sum it up. His goal attracts him because he doesn't let anything enter his soul which might expose the goal. This is what fools call magic, and of which they think it would be affected by means of demons. Nothing is affected by demons. There are no demons. Everyone can perform magic. Everyone can reach his goals if he is able to think, if he is able to wait, if he is able to fast. Thank you very much for watching till the end. Hope you found this topic interesting. Share it with others if you think they might find value in it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more videos about understanding ourselves, about understanding reality and our place in it, and my quest to craft a holistic, anti-fragile lifestyle from the ground up. And if you want to know what to watch next, you can check this video over here. By the way, these suggestions will get better and better as I create more great content. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.